All right, creators, hit pause on that endless gear scroll, because in the next few minutes, I'm handing you the definitive cheat sheet to filming greatness. Whether you've got 200 subs or 2 million, the wrong camera can turn killer content into potato cam purgatory. So I've lined up 5 rigs that'll make your footage look like you hired Spielberg's nephew. We're talking everything from a pocket-sized vlogging beast to a micro-cinema monster. And yeah, I'm ranking them, so you know number 1 is going to sting a little if you just bought something else. Stick around, because I'm breaking down real-world pricing, no fantasy MSRP numbers, plus the little deal-saving hacks I've learned after draining more batteries than I'd like to admit. And if you see a camera you love, I've dropped updated links with the best pricing in the description below. First up, the Canon EOS R50 is proof you don't need a Hollywood budget to level up from your phone. Canon stuffed a 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor inside a body light enough to forget it's hanging around your neck. And the dual-pixel CMOS AF2 nails focus on faces faster than you can say subscribe. Uncropped 4K 30p that's oversampled from 6K means your talking head clips look crisp without any weird punch-in framing surprises. Let's talk money, because that's what makes this one such a gateway drug. Body only is floating around $649, and the 14 to 30mm power zoom kit jumps to about $849. Which still undercuts most rival mirrorless starter bundles by a couple $100. At that price, you're buying into Canon's RF ecosystem. So when you're ready, slapping on an f1.8 prime or a long zoom is just a lens swap, not a camera upgrade. The flip-out touchscreen is pure candy for solo creators. Angle it up, down, sideways, and keep yourself framed whether you're cooking at a counter or skateboarding in a parking lot. You can even USB-C the R50 straight into your laptop, and it shows up as a clean webcam feed, perfect for live Q&As without OBS headaches. Are there trade-offs? Sure. No in-body image stabilization, no headphone jack, and the RF-S lens lineup is still growing. But pair the stubby 1845mm with a cheap tabletop tripod, and the footage is smoother than it has any right to be. If you need steadier handheld action, toss a lightweight gimbal in the mix and call it a day. Bottom line, if you're itching to ditch smartphone compression, but the thought of learning log profiles makes your brain hurt, the R50 keeps the curve gentle and your wallet intact. Film today, grow tomorrow. Exactly what a first real camera should be. Sliding into 4th, Sony ZV-1 II is the definition of point-shoot post. The upgraded 1850mm equivalent lens is wide enough to frame your entire arm-length selfie without clipping the background cafe aesthetic, while a 20.1 megapixel 1-inch sensor pumps out color-rich 4K 30p that needs almost zero grading. Sony even baked in a new cinematic vlog preset, so one tap gives you letterboxed film-style footage right out of camera. Wallet check. Brand new units hover at $898, and B&H already lists gently used copies in the mid-$650. So you can treat yourself to a wireless mic or tabletop LED and still stay under $1,000. Considering a mirrorless body plus a comparable wide zoom would easily double that total. This little compact wins every What's in My Bag contest. The 3-capsule directional mic is clutch when you're speed walking through a street market, and Sony's product showcase mode instantly racks focus to whatever gadget or donut you wave at the lens. No awkward hand-behind object hacks required. A bright tally lamp tells you it's rolling, so you never do the sad "I forgot to hit record" stare again. Downsides exist. Everything beyond 4K 30 requires dropping to 1080p. The built-in stabilization is purely digital, and low-light noise creeps in faster than on larger sensor cameras. But for daytime shoots, travel vlogs, and quick B-roll pickups, it's basically cheat mode in your hoodie pocket. If your motto is, "The best camera is the one that's actually with me," the ZV-1 II, make sure you're never stuck describing an epic moment you didn't capture. Hit the record button, tell your story, and upload before the coffee goes cold. Now we're talking cinema. The Panasonic GH6 is a micro four thirds beast that thinks it's a cinema rig. A brand new 25.2 megapixel sensor spits 5.7K 60p ProRes straight to CFX Press, or a USB-C SSD if you hate card swaps, and dual IS locks down handheld shots so smooth you'll wonder why you bothered with a gimbal. Sticker shock is real. Body only rings in at $2,197.99 on Amazon as of this week, and that's before you add glass. But put that next to what a dedicated cinema body, external recorder, and cage would cost, and the GH6 suddenly feels like a clearance rack, RED. Unlimited recording means YouTube Shorts, hour-long podcasts, or a full-blown indie doc are all fair game without the overheat countdown anxiety. Built-in cooling keeps the sensor chilled, and timecode input plus twin card slots make multi-camera syncing painless in post. Menus are deeper than the Mariana Trench, but every toggle exists for a reason. Waveform, vector scope, false color, and shutter angle readouts let you geek out like it's an ARRI. Pair it with Panasonic's 12 to 35mm f2.8, and you've got a weather-sealed duo that travels lighter than any full-frame alternative with comparable depth of field control. Yes, contrast-based autofocus still lags behind Sony's phase detect magic, and the body is chunkier than the other cameras on this list. But if your upload schedule reads more like a festival circuit than a daily vlog, the GH6 delivers the latitude, codec options, and reliability pros swear by, without needing a second mortgage. Don't sleep on the computer in your pocket. The iPhone 15 Pro's 48-megapixel main sensor, 3-lens array, and a 17 Pro Silicon let you capture ProRes log video, edit on device, and airdrop to your Mac before your coffee order is ready. Apple pricing is predictable. $999 for the 15 Pro and $1,199 for the Pro Max. Get you the base 128GB models. Bump to 1TB and you're flirting with $1,499. But remember, you're buying a 4K/60 cinema camera that also calls grandma. USB-C finally brings 10 gigabits per second transfers and the ability to record ProRes straight to an external SSD. Game changer for anyone who's filled their phone mid-shoot. Grab a MagSafe creator grip, slap on an ND filter case, and your rig still weighs less than most mirrorless bodies. Low light isn't mirrorless level, and rolling shutter can wobble fast pans. But Apple's computational voodoo cleans up noise and nails skin tones shockingly well. Add free Final Cut for iPad, and you can rough cut a vlog on the subway, drop in titles, and schedule the upload before you're back above ground. Power, of course, is the trade-off for having a cinema rig that also doom scrolls. Hammering 4K 60 ProRes logs straight to an external SSD will drain the Pro Max in under 2 hours if you don't keep a MagSafe battery on standby. The good news is, USB-C now supports full 10 gigabits per second offload and direct-to-SSD recording, so you can hot-swap power bricks while the phone keeps rolling. No files lost, no dreaded storage full pop-up. Toss in Apple's Action Mode stabilization and spatial video toggle, and the 15 Pro line isn't just the most convenient camera on this list. It's the only one that shoots, edits, uploads, and then orders your post-shoot burrito from the same screen. Taking the crown, the Sony ZV-E10 is basically the ZV-1 II on creatine. A 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor, interchangeable E-mount glass, and Sony's telepathic autofocus that grabs your eye through sunglasses at sunset. Uncropped 4K 30p. Looks so good straight out of camera, you might skip color grading entirely. The mic capsule gets Sony's signature windscreen pop filter. A bold red tally light tells you when you're rolling, and the product showcase button flips focus faster than you can say, link in description. USB-C live streaming makes Zoom think you're shooting a Netflix special. Price is the knockout punch. $698 body only, or $798 with the Pancake 16 to 50mm power zoom. That leaves plenty of cash for a Sigma 16mm f1.4 or Rode Wireless ME. Suddenly your setup looks and sounds like a studio instead of a spare bedroom. Yeah, there's no in-body IS and Sony caps clips at 30 minutes unless you dive into the menu and disable the temp guard. 4K/60p is missing too. But nobody else at this price bracket offers a lens mount that takes everything from a $200 used kit zoom to Sony's G-Master glass. Finally, endurance. The ZV-E10 sips power from Sony's NP-FW50, stretching to about 440 photos or a shade over 2 hours of 4K, and up to 125 minutes continuous if you disable auto-off temp limits. That means a single battery often outlasts an entire sit-down tutorial, and the moment it doesn't, USB-C keeps the show alive while topping up the pack inside. Pair the body with Sony's $99 Bluetooth grip or drop it into a $60 small rig cage, and you're ready for shoulder rig documentaries one day and desk cam live streams the next. When a camera grows with you and refuses to quit before you do, it earns that best overall crown every time.